Tottenham Hotspur failed against Frankfurt and SAVVA was wrong. Why was I wrong? Simply because, silly me, I thought that Tottenham would turn up. I thought that Tottenham were going to get to this situation. And, we've been losing all of the Premier League games. We've been in such poor form, and I was told that it didn't matter because this was the game that counted. Frankfurt at home to take a commanding lead, any form of lead, back to the Germans next week. But I was wrong. We couldn't even do it. I was wrong. I said we'd come out the blocks firing and would have them pumped up. His job was on the line. He'd get them fired into gear. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. What we saw was the same old Spurs. All of the players are back from injury. Kulu, I know everyone has a few. All of the players are back from injury. There is no excuse. These players have been back for a while now. Van der Ven and Romero are back. And yet all the same problems persist. And it's exactly what I said it was. This is not a personnel problem at Tottenham. This is a tactical and management issue. Let's look at last night's game. And I've said a failure against Frankfurt because quite simply, you've got to win your home games. Quite simply, it doesn't matter whether it's Spurs, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, whoever. When you play in a two-legged tie, you have to win your home game. Doesn't mean you can't go through, but it makes it a lot tougher. Now we have to go out to Germany, to a very hostile stadium with a flexible Frankfurt team and a manager that likes to mix it up. Sometimes 3 at the back, sometimes 4 at the back, sometimes counter-attacking, sometimes possession-based. We have to go to that team and now find the performance of all performances to go through. And bearing in mind, this isn't even a great Frankfurt. It's a good team, but this isn't a great team. And unfortunately, this is where Tottenham are right now. This is where we are. This is who we are. So please, can we stop all of this? We're saving it for the Europa because last night I was very disappointed. Now, was it all bad? No, it wasn't. It wasn't all bad. There were some good parts. But the problem, as with anything in an Angepostecoglou setup, you have some really good bits and then some really bad bits. And the really bad bits are really bad. The really bad bits are really bad. And the problem that we've got is any manager setting up against Tottenham knows what Tottenham are going to do. Now, it took Frankfurt 6 minutes to exploit that. How many times are we going to talk about teams attacking Spurs in our right back area and their left wing area? How many times do we need to see this over the season? Game after game after game, and before Ange sees it. And if he does see it and is just accepting it and not acknowledging that it needs to be fixed, then that's a whole different question. Anyway, it took 6 minutes. Ekatike driving down that wing. Pedro Porro in all sorts of bad position for a defender. All sorts of bad positioning. Never got close to him. Showed him onto his favoured foot, which is something you don't do if you're a good defender. And then Ekatike driving across on a really good low effort. And people in my chat were going, I can't believe it. Why can't you believe it? If I'm an opposition manager playing against Ange-Postecoglou's Tottenham, I am saying they are not good there. This is their weak area. This is their kryptonite, right? This is their kryptonite. Go at them in the right back area. And we've said this all along. I feel for Porro. Porro is not a defensive right back. He is always out of position because of the tactics, and he is not a good defender. He's a good footballer, but not a good defender. Anyway, so that goal comes. And what annoyed me about that wasn't the fact that we went 1-0 down. It was the fact that, as I alluded to earlier in my video, you're sitting there and thinking to yourself, quarter-final, Europa League, at home, the manager must have got these players up for it. The players must have got themselves up for it. Go and attack. Go at them early doors. Shock them. Overload. Overlap down the wings. Get crosses in. Take shots. Give their goalkeeper and their defence something to do. And we didn't until about 20 odd minutes. And that for me is really poor, because Spurs teams we've seen in the past, Poch's team and Harry's teams, they would have gone at people from the first whistle. But this is a very passive, boring Tottenham we're watching these days. Lots of passing across the back. And to be fair, we weren't good in that first half. But there was one good move. Solanke giving the ball to Maddison, who quick footwork, change of direction, lays it back, and a cheeky little finish from Porro. So there are good things happening. There are. But that was the standout moment in the first half. Other than that, their keeper had nothing to do. They looked quite comfortable. And I'm thinking to myself, why, Spurs? Why couldn't we be up for this? Why couldn't we come at them immediately? Anyway, you get to halftime. Or should I say, we're getting to halftime. And then Tottenham managed to do this. Tottenham, in true Ange ball fashion, allow ourselves to be 4-on-2 at the back. And to be fair, we should have been 2-1 down. 4-on-2. Our centre-back Romero trudging back there. Bentancur, who's meant to be our deepest line midfielder, trudging back. Destiny Udogie trudging back. And you're thinking to yourself, how do we keep doing this? And to show that this isn't one game. This is all the games. This was from earlier in the season against Liverpool. Two men versus 4 on each of these occasions. And it goes to show that it's the personnel. It's not the personnel, sorry, it's the tactics. Because I was told when Van der Ven and Romero come back, this won't be happening. But it has. It's the same. Nothing has changed since these players have come back, because it's not the injuries. And all the people out there using the injury excuse, it was just that, an excuse. Anyway, into the second half, and Tottenham came out how we should have come out first half. We then had the inevitable 10 to 15 minute spell where you go, where has this Tottenham been all season? And chance after chance after chance, a series of corners, a series of headers, a low-down shot from James Maddison, Bergvall with a really good bit of skill, my man of the match yesterday for Spurs, getting the ball out of his feet, driving through and unleashing a shot against the crossbar. And you're thinking to yourself, keep this up. Keep this up, Spurs, and the game's there. But it was like we had the 10 or 15 minutes and then stopped. It's like we ran out of ideas. We'd had the flurry of corners. We'd had the shots, and you're thinking, go on, we're the better team at the moment. And then it never materialised. No kitchen sink was found at White Hart Lane yesterday. Where was the kitchen sink? Why did Richarlison come on with 2 minutes to go when Solanke had been absolutely horrific the whole game? Missing posters. There's got to be missing posters out there for Son and Johnson. Just don't do anything out wide. Now, Johnson's a very good goal scorer when he gets in the box. I'll let him off yesterday's finish, but he's a very good goal scorer. But on the wing, just non-existent. Son. I don't recognise this Son. I just don't recognise him. And it kind of petered out, didn't it? It petered out from that really good 15-minute spell when you thought, this is better. This is good. And unfortunately, it's yet another decent team that we couldn't beat. And when I say decent, I'm going to show you what I mean. This is our Europa League so far. People saying, oh, what a good Europa League run it's been. Let me just get rid of that banner. This is the Europa League run. We've beaten Karabag, Ferencvaros, Alkmaar, Hoffenheim, and Elfsborg. And then any decent team we've come up against, Galatasaray, Roma, Rangers, Frankfurt, not even world-beating teams, not even the cream of the crop. And we can't beat them. Ange can't find a way past them because every game is a replica of the game before. Come out slow, terrible start, get back into it, have a flurry, peters out. It's the same every single game. Now, look, is it dead in the water? Of course, it's not dead in the water. We can go to Germany and win, but it's a tough ask. It's a tough ask going there. I said, many said, got to take a win, even preferably two, but even if it's a one goal, slender lead, get that goal. But we didn't. We didn't manage to do it. And now the smile on the faces of the Frankfurt players tells you that they're confident. Now, I still think it's very much 50-50. But what I do know is this. Frankfurt won't be as passive as they were yesterday. They had a game plan. Their game plan wasn't to come and open up. It wasn't. They're not going to come and open up at our ground. But at their ground, I think they might open up a bit. So it's about whose game plan is going to work the better in the away leg for us. I got it wrong. I said we'd win. I said we'd win 2-1. I said we would come out and be up for it. I said that Ange would have them fired up. SAVVA was wrong. Sadly. Take care. Let me know your thoughts. Please smash the like button. Please subscribe as we close down on 17.1k. And we'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock for a Saturday morning chat with SAVVA and guests. For now, come on, you Spurs.